12, 15, 17 to 20,000. Now it's at 33,000 in exactly 7 months. How do we know it's 7 months, guys? Anybody work that one out? Here's what you do. It started on the 10th of April, created at 10th of April. What's the date in the bottom right-hand corner? 10th of November, 7 months, over 3x. Incredible. Incredible. The little account above it on the 17th of April was that account we looked at a moment ago that was 500, went to 882, the one that did 76%. Have a look at it, guys. It's doubled in 7 months. Sensational. And now you can see the customer has made additional deposits since then. However, let's move on and let's talk about some other products, because that's just one. It's my favorite. The next product I want to talk about is these are available over on Telegram. Now, Telegram is a decentralized communication platform, a little bit like, what do you know, a little like WhatsApp. Not everybody knows Telegram. I'm not a big fan of Telegram, but I'm starting to like it now a little bit, and you'll know why in a moment. But let's take a look. Where would you find it? Well, you have to go search for the bank. So don't search for my name. Don't search for Bryan Benson's name. Search for AURUM NeoBank. That's what you're looking for. When you find it, open the app, log in with your usual credentials, and over there you'll find the Visa card if you'd like to order that. This is great if you want to stop the bot and put your profit on. Now you can go shopping with crypto. This is a great bot, and we'll cover a little bit more about this in a moment, but let's stick to the bots. Over on Telegram, they've got this thing called the ZEUS bot, and it's 5 trading pairs alongside the EXI Pro bot. So there are 6 in total on Telegram. There's 1 on the main platform. The one we're looking at right now is the Bitcoin versus dollar. It's a trading pair. The other bot we looked at is, I believe it's the top 15 or the top 30 trading pairs that's happening over there. This one is only Bitcoin dollar. They also have Doge dollar, they have dollar Litecoin, they have an Ethereum one. They have 6 in total, but we're going to look at the Bitcoin one as an example here. I can tell you that this account was funded with 0.7 Bitcoin on the 31st of May, 2025. Say it again. I can tell you reliably that this account was funded with 0.7 Bitcoin on the 31st of May, 2025. June, July, August, September, October. We can't count November. Let's call it 5 months. Call it 6 if you like. But the 0.7 Bitcoin went to 0.71, 74, 79, 8, 8.1, and you see that on the screen, 0.81, but it didn't stop there. It went from 0.81 to 0.82. It jumped up to 0.84, and over time it traded its way to 0.88. Many of you on this call were coming to this presentation for the very first time. You saw it when it was there, but of course it continued on its journey. And who's doing the trading? Not the customer that owns the account. The AI is doing it for you. Incredible. It went to 9.1, 9.3, 9.6, 9.9. Ladies and gentlemen, last week, it went to a full Bitcoin. Imagine taking 0.7 of a Bitcoin that was sitting on an exchange doing nothing. It was point Bitcoin every time you looked at 0.7. It never changed until the ZEUS bot traded its way up. It's now a full Bitcoin. How cool is that? Let's find out how much profit that is. The profit element, ladies and gentlemen, is 0.3 because it was started with 0.7 and now it's 1, so it's only 0.3 is the profit element. Let's take a quick check on that. Please tell me how much is 0.3 Bitcoin in US dollars? $30,000. So without being able to trade, without introducing a single customer, without attending a Zoom, this account grew from 0.7 to 1, $30,000 the client made in at 31st of May, June, July, August, September, in 5 months. $30,000 supplementary income to your normal life. Isn't it incredible? And the good news is you can start this with 0.0009 if you want. $100 minimum in the Bitcoin bot gets you started, and this is pretty cool. Now, there's other customers. Start with the Bitcoin. Some of the big guys are putting in 2.75 Bitcoin. That's $300,000. So the big guys are trading here as well as the little guys. But here's the good news for that customer. It's not 2.75 Bitcoin anymore. It's not 2.81 Bitcoin anymore. This guy's trying to take 2.75 all the way to 5 Bitcoins. Well, today it's sitting at 2.9 Bitcoin on its journey to 5 Bitcoin. So great product over here. Good news, you can withdraw your profit and your principal, half and half, all in all your profit, all your principal, whatever you want. Stop the bot any day, no lock-in. You can take out all at any time. Fantastic. And the last product I want to discuss on this particular seminar is the Visa card. Now, you can see Apple Pay and Google Pay there. Absolutely, it's already configured for that. A very special card. And why is it special? It's special because, have a look, guys. Is there any name on it? Any name on it? Absolutely not. So we don't need a passport, a utility bill. We don't need a driver's license. Imagine having the ability to spend cryptocurrency anywhere in the world without having to go and find an exchange, without trying to cash out. You can stop the bot, you can put your profit onto the card, and off you go to the shops. Even if you stay on and hear about our affiliate program, it's totally optional. If there was any commissions available there, they also can go on the card. Now, the card is not a necessity. It's an additional extra if you want it. Of course, you can withdraw to any wallet. But if you'd like the facility to spend cryptocurrency in a shop that doesn't take cryptocurrency, then you need to get one of these cards. In fact, you can actually import your crypto from any exchange. Let's say you had a little bit of money on Binance or Coinbase or Trust Wallet or whatever you call it, MetaMask. You can import it to your AURUM account, press top up, send it onto the card, and you didn't trade anything. But now you have the ability to spend crypto in a predominantly fiat world, guys. Exceptional. We can cover more about this later on the training, but suffice to say, this is a very special card. They're going to engage a lot of merchants to kind of create a cashback program. Some shops will be able to give us 1%, 2%, or 3% on their merchandise. Really depends on the margin these shopkeepers have. Some of the bigger stores, those that have bigger margins on certain product categories, could allow us up to 10% cashback. And they're also going to instigate a loyalty program where maybe you're able to use these, maybe get access to the VIP lounge at the airport, those type of things. And this is all coming up very soon. The cards will start at $33 with no monthly fees. There'll be a $66 version of $99. And then, of course, the one I'm showing you is the Infinity card at $249. I believe it's the best. I always like best, but anyway, no KYC, very low loading fees, low transaction fees, big commissions, and you can put up to 100,000 a month onto the card. And let's have a look and see how it operates. John, who's on tonight's call, was the first person in the UK to get one of these cards back in June this year. And this was the second transaction he did. And he stopped the bot from trading, and he took the profit and he said, top up the card, and up went the money onto the card. And the wife sent him off to the shop to grab some milk. And let's see how he got on.
Here we go then, second official transaction.
No, purple and white. Thank you.
Lovely, thank you, Mina.
There you go. Spending digital money, cryptocurrency in a traditional grocery store, and it works on the parking machines, it works at the airport, it works the ATM machine, it works everywhere. Everywhere where Visa and Mastercard are accepted, unless some countries block it. I think somebody might have mentioned in India, sometimes the government can block Visa and Mastercards. I don't think that's, I don't know if somebody went there traveling, how they would use money, but there might be some locations. But again, that's up to you to decide what's available in your country, in your jurisdiction before you order these products. But with that said, guys, I'd like to show you the ATM machine in operation now. This is pretty cool. Have a look. Okay, in goes the AURUM card. Balance. Okay, so there's 5,720 on the thing. Let's do a transaction. Let's take out cash and receipt. to that other. Maximum 800. So the fee is $3.99. Accept and proceed. There we go. A very simple, what you would call, that's called off-ramping. There's the two challenges with the industry is, how do I turn my fiat currency into cryptocurrency? That's the first problem. And then the second problem is, well, I have all this cryptocurrency. Well, who accepts it? Where can I spend it? That's called the off-ramp. On-ramp, off-ramp. The off-ramp solution is already in place, guys. Of course, you can withdraw to any wallet of your choice, but if you'd like the card, very, very special product. But better than this, you actually get paid. If your referral ID is attached to the user of these cards, you start getting paid. Imagine your next door neighbor went for coffee tomorrow and you made some money. And on their way home, they called into the gas station and got some petrol and you made some more money. And the good lady said, hey, bring home some milk and bread and you get paid again. They went to the cash dispenser, took out some cash and you got paid again. They went home and they booked a holiday that evening and you got paid again. And then they bought some clothes online and you got paid again. How about that? Unlimited levels of depth inside your organization, provided you have an overriding rank. If you want to learn more about that, come to our training. This is a shopping product, guys, with cryptocurrency. It is sensational. And that's my presentation over. Thank you so much. We've taken 30 minutes of your life, I would say, in and around that. We watched a couple of videos. We listened to Bryan Benson. We saw another video. And now we're coming to a close. What did we learn tonight? Well, Bryan Benson, ex-Binance, ex-Morgan Stanley trader, is the CEO of this company. What else did we find out? We found out that Forbes was writing positively about articles. We did a Google check on the guy. He is the Bryan Benson. What else did we do? We found out that he was speaking at the major blockchain summit, one of the speakers alongside Binance. That gives us a lot of credibility. And the very beautiful Visa card, which also works on Mastercard. They have two versions of this, guys. And that's exceptional. Then we saw a little bit about the products. We saw that $500 account hit 882. We saw that $10,000 rally all the way up to 20, but now it's 33. We saw that Bitcoin going from 0.7 to 1. And then we saw the card working in the shops and the ATM machines. That is our presentation over. Please do get back to the person that invited you here. Get back with your valid questions. Now, if you don't get back to them, I'm going to suggest they get back to you right now in the next 5 minutes and find out what you like best about this. In fact, they're going to ask you one question. Have you decided which of these products you'd like to use and how much you'd like to put in the pot? That's all they're going to ask you. They're not going to ask you, well, what did you think of that? They're going to say, have you decided yet how much you'd like to put into the trading pot? That's what they're going to ask you. And with that said, thank you, everyone. Thank you for attending. And we'll see you again next time on our presentations. Good night.